Alright, so we tried Toxapex last night, and as I was thinking about it, now that we're using Porygon 2 instead of Dusclops, I realized we don't... This like last slot on the team, like the water type, doesn't actually have to be slow. It doesn't need to be like great in Trick Room. I could use Trick Room more as a situational thing against like really fast teams like Cinderace, Tailwind, Dragapult teams that like really try to get the clear speed advantage over you. So as I realized that, I was like, well, if I could use any water type, I should try Water Urshifu. So that's what we're doing today. Pretty simple, max speed, max attack, with Focus Sash and 2 stabs, priority move, protect. Nothing fancy. And then the rest of the team is what y'all have been seeing for forever, basically. Whether you watch the Rose Tower stuff or previous videos. So let's get into it. Yeah, some other things I'm thinking about are sorry, I'm trying to eavesdrop on my roommates right now. They're like moving in and I don't know. Thought we might have someone over, but I hope that's not the case. Okay, they're just being silly and making voices. That's why I thought there was someone else. Okay, so they have 2 fake out users, Inteleon, Duraludon. So seems like they don't have much against Venusaur, to be honest. I'm trying to think. I do need to get some games in with Urshifu, but it doesn't seem... It actually seems kind of decent in the back. Like, could see this. So we get a fast Venusaur, or we protect the Venusaur. And Urshifu cleans up in the back. Let's see, can't get intimidated. Actually, seems like Urshifu isn't great here. But I want to try it. Let's see. I'm trying to think of other water types. I mean, if y'all want to offer suggestions, whoever watches this in the comments, that'd be great. Yeah, I think Inteleon might actually be interesting. A crit Inteleon, although my Inteleon could use Focus Sash too. But like Snipe Shot plus Sniper, plus like Razor Claw, is actually a lot of damage. I think it's like basically a 200 power max move. You could think of it as. Okay, so. Trying to think what this Meowstic's gonna do. They just like set screens and stuff, right? They could fake tears. Expanding force. I do need to worry about fake tears, but I'm gonna worry about that next turn because I feel like if they go for the fake tears play, they're pretty weak to follow me Sleep Powder. This Pokemon learns Fake Out too, right? Yeah. So I feel like Fake Tears Airstream into Venusaur is like, they'd have to have a pretty hard read on that. Because that play could go so wrong. Fake Out, I respect that. Oh. That's a problem. Alright, I might just lose. Okay, so if I'm gonna be honest, I thought Venusaur could actually survive that. I thought Venusaur like is able to barely survive a crit Airstream from Togekiss. It's really good to know that that's not the case. We're in trouble there. Like, we're in really big trouble. Like, I might actually just concede the game after this turn. Yeah, they're like building furniture and stuff, so excuse the noise. Fake Tears. Is that on Togekiss? Okay, I think we lose. Okay, we don't lose quite yet. I guess we get to see how much damage Urshifu does. Not enough. And the thing is like Iron Head does about that much too. I should have just ran from the battle. Follow me, huh? Okay, yeah, and they're gonna Dazzling Gleam and No Love Deep Web. Alright. So yeah, we just got wrecked. Yeah, I thought Venusaur would like barely be able to survive that for some reason, but that clearly wasn't the case. So like, what did we do there then? I'm actually thinking, what do we do against that lead if that is the case? Follow me is not an option. Just generally speaking, we don't have much. Especially because Meowstic could do so many different plays. Like if we know they're gonna do that exact play, then we sleep powder the Togekiss. But that's pretty hard to bank on. It probably involves Dynamaxing our own Togekiss, honestly, and just like swapping something in. Okay, let's see. We have like swapping Urshifu, Dynamax Togekiss, Airstream Meowstic, then like next turn Aqua Jet it, and then start hitting their Togekiss. Okay, so they have Sableye, Rilla. Okay, so Incineroar seems pretty strong this game. So does Urshifu, but like Urshifu doesn't seem that strong. I want to try something like this. The one thing I'm down on Urshifu for is like it's not strong with Dynamax, and the team actually wants something that's good with Dynamax, because like Togekiss and Incineroar are okay to Dynamax with, but Venusaur is like the really nice one. Okay, let's see how this is gonna go. I kind of want to play passively here. We already got the Intimidate drop. Interesting. Oh, what is Sableye gonna do? Blocking the parting shot is actually a really good position for us. So clicking Trick Room here is actually not great. So I want to play pretty passively and just start whittling down their health bars. There's no reason to make a big play right now. Oh, that's funny. Foul play on an attack boost is like actually pretty scary. Like it starts doing respectable damage. Yeah, again, just no reason to make a big Trick Room play or anything yet. Not sure what that gets you. The knockoff's pretty good, but I mean, they're like, I think we're just getting more out of this. Like, we're getting KOs and stuff. Yeah, so. I mean, congrats, you knocked off the Porygon, but now, let's see. So I think our win condition here is just to cycle infinite Intimidates onto them. see. Then water Urshifu's their sweeper in the back, which they can airstream. I kind of want to sack Porygon here, although I feel like Trick Room is going to be pretty important. No, I don't think we sack Porygon. Yeah, because we're gonna want to juggle Porygon and Incineroar to get as many Intimidates off as we can, and then like maybe we Trick Room, but maybe we can't. We also have to see if this Cinderace has max Steel Spike. That's like gonna change a lot of like, do we go all in on the Togekiss or not? Okay, so now that we confirmed max Steel Spike, we know that I might actually max the Incineroar. But they're getting defense boost up. Like, we kind of have to do it. Let's see. No, I don't want to max it. I really want to juggle. It might be a good time to sack. Yeah, okay. So this is what I'm going to do. We're just going to double swap. If I could do it in time. I didn't do it in time. I ran out of time. This is fine though. It's not great. Not great. It's great. I was like, I was thinking about it. I was like, they might max Knuckle because like how we're playing. Yeah. Wait, this was like the sickest play. That we didn't make, but like it actually makes sense, right? Because we're parting shot. Wow, that's so good. So like think about it, right? We're playing so defensively with our Togekiss, we're protecting it and this and that. So like the natural conclusion is like, oh well, they're playing so defensively with their Togekiss. So here we're gonna sack the Togekiss, set up Trick Room, and I think we just like go ham with Dynamax and Incineroar. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So Trick Room, follow me. Nope. What's going on? Trick Room, follow me. Because we're going we were playing so defensive with the Togekiss, like we turned one protected and we protected again. It's actually pretty easy to assume like, oh yeah, of course we'll what you call it? I'm trying to think of the word. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Of course, we'll ignore the Togekiss. Of course, they'll swap the Togekiss out to protect it because they've been playing so defensive. And then now we switch the script and be like, okay, we defended our Togekiss. Now we make it tank all the hits. And with like the Max Knuckles stuff, that's like pretty brutal. Okay, so our Togekiss is like pretty down. They can't boost attack anymore, so yeah, I'm down to like try attack and intimidate cycle basically. We could actually win this game without Dynamax like pretty easily, so. And now it doesn't really matter what we do, to be honest, unless we just like play very foolishly, which, knowing me, I might. But I do think the beginning of this game was super interesting, of how like both players took a defensive posture, and when I noticed that that was happening, I realized like, okay, Cinderace gets KO'd by its own thing now, Life Orb. So when they swapped, when there was like a Incineroar Sableye on in their thing, that's when you realize like, oh, neither of those are good to Dynamax. And they're both like reactive Pokemon. So now it's a good time to just start clicking attacks. And that gets you so far ahead because you're dealing damage. Their Incineroar and their Sableye aren't really dealing damage, and they either have to have one of, oh, that's pretty funny. They either have to have one of their Pokemon get KO'd, or they have to make a swap. But if you just keep clicking attacks, their swaps aren't good, especially with Togekiss and a spread move. So that's what happened. They had to manually swap out the Incineroar. They tried to set it up, but they parting shot into a protect. That's like what killed them. So then they had to manually swapped it out. Although to be fair, I think the parting shot again would have been a fine, maybe even a better play. But they manually swapped it out, and then Rillaboom took a bunch of damage. So you still can't Dynamax, and you have the really bruised Rillaboom and a really bruised Sableye, and that's kind of what it happened, right? It was like, okay, I KO'd 2 of your Pokemon, you didn't accomplish anything, I still didn't use my Dynamax, and then I just 4v2'd. That game might have been a lot different if instead of manually swapping out their Incineroar into Rillaboom, if they parting shot, because then the Rillaboom would have came in and not have been so damaged. But on the other hand, I still have Togekiss, and Rillaboom can't, like, Togekiss walls Rillaboom, so even then, like, parting shot into Cinderace may have been the play, but then I get a free Trick Room up, and yeah, I mean, ultimately, in just a bunch of different ways, I put them in a terrible spot. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is like the super standard Cheppa team or something. So they got some sand stuff, they got some other stuff. So basically, Venusaur Togekiss is like pretty strong here, and then like I like Torkoal and. Okay, I mean, I have to try Urshifu, right? Like, if Urshifu's good in a matchup, it has to be this one. Do I want Torkoal or Incineroar? I kind of don't want to play the weather games, to be honest. Yeah. They might try too hard with Tyranitar to get weather control, and I'm just going to say... I mean, Venusaur is just a decent Pokemon. Like, I don't need weather control for it. Okay, Togekiss Incineroar. I was like, what did we lead? So now I'm scared. Is this crazy? I don't want to do it. Like, it's such a gamble, but... No, I think that was a bad play. I also am learning as I get higher in the ladder, people are realizing how to play against Venusaur. So I definitely should have clicked follow me. Yeah. Okay, this game and the first game kind of confirmed, especially now that like I'm higher on the ladder, like people are catching on, that Dynamax Togekiss is just like actually a good answer to Venusaur in a strange way. And I think I have to start respecting that lead because before I just like wouldn't really respect Togekiss. It would eat max oozes and die, but yeah, they're really catching on. I mean, on the upside, it's like only a 50% chance it KOs. See, so like if they don't get the crit, they're actually like in a kind of a bad spot, to be honest. So yeah, and like we definitely get the next KO. Alright, we definitely do, right? Okay. So then... Wow, that's weird. It's like, this is a... Yeah, that's expected. It's like, not a great lead for them, but like... On the other hand, it's parting shot. What are you parting shotting into? Interesting. So I definitely need to take this opportunity to Vine Lash. Go back. Going into Incineroar is fine. And is this another? It's another coin flip of if you crit me or not. Because I think if you don't crit, my Togekiss lows. Okay. Togekiss lows. And then now we start. The Vine Lash damage is gonna start ramping up. Then I'm gonna go into Incineroar and Dazzling Gleam. Actually, maybe I need to protect. Yeah, no, I think I protect. Yeah, I'm gonna... Let's see. Definitely bring in Incineroar, and then just like, do I protect or Dazzling Gleam? I think I Dazzling Gleam, the upside is extremely high. I might actually like really want to protect next turn too. Although probably not because I have the fake out. so we'll see. Okay, see, so it kind of didn't matter. I mean, it got some good damage out, but... So are you gonna eat a berry? Okay, you're gonna eat a berry. I guess I need to protect. I need to fake out that just in case they're making so much noise. Okay, that's what I expected, but the Vine Lash KOs. I'm not sure if the Incineroar is faster or not. Okay, it's not. Then the Vine Lash KOs that. Oh, not if you parting shot. Tyranitar. So now what do I do? Dragon Ball. Wait, Dragon Ball's interesting, because unless it's like special. So now this feels like a good close combat. Yeah, this just seems good right here. They never expected close combat. Oh, this T-Tar's fast. Whoa. That T-Tar wasn't boosted, was it? Okay, this is gonna be an issue. Wait a second. Is that T-Tar Scarf? Wait 1 second here. I think that T-Tar was scarfed. Right? I mean, it could just be max speed. Which in this case, the Urshifu takes care of. Yeah, so it's like some max speed or a scarf T-Tar. Pretty clean surging. Like, I almost kind of want to do this. It seems crazy, but this is what I'm going to do. Alright, I think what I did is actually just kind of silly. I mean, we're kind of wrecked, to be honest. It's not Scarf because it would outspeed Urshifu, so I think it's just a max speed T-Tar. I'm gonna Aqua Jet it just to do the calc. That's an interesting game. So Aqua Jet. The damage was not that great. I could have faked out that Tyranitar too, huh? That was disappointing. Yeah, it's like easy for me to assume that like my Venusaur and Togekiss outspeed Tyranitar a lot of the time, but like it's easy to play as though they will outspeed, but honestly, like if the Tyranitar is like max speed adamant, my Pokemon actually get outsped by it. Okay, this is a Hail team, but I think my opponent was like rank 100, so this is interesting. You got a little hail going on. Interesting. Incineroar just seems like pretty good against everything going on here. I actually don't hate Incineroar Porygon. But I think I'm gonna do Urshifu. Although if they lead Primarina, that's really bad. Kinda on Porygon too. Then yeah, I do like Urshifu, and it's Togekiss or Venusaur. I'm gonna say Togekiss. So I'm definitely gonna have to play more, but like, I'm not impressed with Urshifu, because like, so, you know, what this slot is really competing against is Primarina, and what Primarina allows you to do is you have like three main types of leads. You have the Venusaur lead, the Trick Room lead, and and then like this Primarina lead, just kind of like bulky, threatening Dynamax thing lead, right? And so you have those three. Okay, the Primarina is interesting because I definitely don't want to set Trick Room now, but I don't have Venusaur. Okay, so we're gonna do this, get rid of this thing. Okay, so yeah, so there's Prim lead, Venusaur lead, and Trick Room lead with like, assuming that water slot is Primarina. There's no real like Urshifu lead, is kind of what I'm noticing. And that's a problem. Whereas, yeah, so I definitely need like a good lead Pokemon. That's kind of what I'm noticing. Like, I've been so focused on the water, like I need a water type or something with similar coverage, but like, yeah, I'm also learning that I also want something to lead, basically. What's Apple gonna do? I'm gonna drop my sped off. It's pretty annoying. Okay. I'm gonna sack my Incineroar. Yeah, so like Intellion's interesting. Inteleon probably does a crap load of damage with the G-Max move too. Corviknight's interesting, it's a good lead. I feel Urshifu just, I don't know, something about it. Definitely dazzling, fake out. Like Azumaro's also should look into Azumaro too. Oh, oof, that fake out was not good. Oh, that was bad. That was really bad. Oh, that was super bad. That's healing. Okay. I should also probably not use min speed Porygon. Yeah, I'm gonna make that swap too, because this Porygon right now is min speed, but I should probably just have it neutral speed. Just for like situations like this. Although, I mean, +1 should still outspeed, but just like generally speaking. But I still win this game. I mean, I hope the Porygon outspeeds. It should at +1. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and like my Incineroar's min speed too, it probably just shouldn't be. I feel like Recover has to be better just in case they like protect for some reason. Or Max Guard. I should outspeed this. Then I should be able to 1v1 it with Recover. Like outspeed plus Recover. Oh, I don't outspeed though. Oh, this is, yes. If it was neutral speed, I'd outspeed it. I would have won this game. So I don't think I crit. I basically have to hope to crit now. And it doesn't really matter what I do. I guess I should just Airstream. Max Guard, yep. Then this hail might do us in actually, because we like take a hit. Yeah. Alright, well, at least I'm convinced to go change my Porygon now. Let's see how much damage this is. Yeah. Alright, well, as I was talking about it, it did come up because the Porygon was +1 or +2, and it should have outsped the Vanillux with the max air streams, get the recover off, and then it could just, because if it's faster with recover, it doesn't lose. I think Vanillux is like 77 base speed or something, like weird number, 79. So not that slow, but yeah, I need to go make sure Porygon had the correct speed boost. So like, if I'm just like wrong about the order of events, also hold me to that. All right, so yeah, kind of like yesterday, but even though we didn't get much information about Urshifu in games, I did notice like, wow, I'm not comfortable leading this Pokemon, and that's what the team needs, because I have the Venusaur lead, I have like Togekiss Porygon 2 lead, and I really need like a third lead mon, because I don't like the teams that you lead this or that and you're just playing binary. I like 3 strong lead options. I don't mean like 3 pairs of leads, like 3 Pokemon that like you're like, yes, I want to lead this to set the game in this way, whether it's Trick Room, whether it's like a really scary Venusaur, or whether it's like just Primarina does that by itself, because just the like Mystic Water boosted Hydro Cannons are like, yeah, that's something you have to plan around. If you try too hard to beat Venusaur with fire types, and then Primarina just Dynamaxes and it's a bulky Pokemon and just starts Hydro Canning all your crap, then like, yeah, you're in trouble. Now like Togekiss, you could argue Togekiss is that, and like, yeah, Togekiss is kind of that lead, but so often I want to like pair one of these things with Togekiss, so like I feel that people come prepared for Togekiss, and like with steel moves or something, and they're like, okay, well, you might set this up or protect this Pokemon, but I'll kill your Togekiss for free, which is a valid strategy of like, okay, yeah, you protected this, but we're playing a 3v4 because I KO'd your Kiss. So just because Togekiss is so central to so many of my leads, I don't want to like say, oh, well, my third mode is maxing Togekiss. I like maxing Togekiss as an option when I notice they don't respect it. Basically, it's like, oh, you maybe have Fake Out and Taunt for my Trick Room, or like Fake Out in a fire move, like Fake Out Cinderace or whatever, for my Togekiss Venusaur lead. And that's when I like being like, okay, well, I can max Togekiss if you're gonna fake it out, and that's your plan. Or if you're gonna taunt Togekiss, yeah, I could fake it out, or I could Dynamax it. But I don't like going into a game being like, yeah, I think I'm gonna Dynamax Togekiss this game, unless they have like 4 Pokemon weak to that. But so I mean, I still do want to get more games in with Urshifu, but yeah. And also, yeah, I need to make these neutral speed, I think. I actually don't hate Incineroar being min speed, but I don't think this should be min speed. But I have this to make it not min speed. So it's just a pretty easy swap of like, I could just do this. And then yeah, so other stuff I want to try. I do want to get more games in with Urshifu, just just to see. I don't know. Like my hopes are definitely lower than they were at the start of this video. And then yeah, I also want to try Corviknight. I want to try Mungus. I actually want to try Inteleon. I didn't really think about Inteleon, but I do want to try it. I want to try Azumarill, but I need to think of like what item to give it that's not Belly Drum. Because I don't think that this team doesn't set up the Belly Drum well, but people do say Azumarill is like worth looking into with just like a Life Orb type item. And I also need to try. I might be overrating Porygon 2, and I might just have to go back to Dusclops and then try Dusclops plus Magnezone with Weakness Policy and Bulldoze Self-Proc, and like that might just be better than I'm giving it credit for too. Because I think Magnezone might just be like a really nice turn 1 Dynamax option too, especially with Weakness Policy of just like, yeah, I'm like guaranteed to tank at least one hit and revenge kill you at the very least. Anyway, I've been rambling a lot. Thanks for watching if you have watched this long. Yep.